Manga-Waido.
My name is Takashi Honda, and I work at a bank as a bank teller. I used to work at a branch in the city, but now I'm all the way working at a branch in a nondescript countryside. The reason why I'm here, well, to be absolutely honest with you, is because I got demoted. My ex-coworker back then, called Kawamura, was ruthless and used me as a scapegoat for his mistakes. And he did that one too many times, all the while the boss believed him. And that's how I ended up here.
What the heck is going on here, Honda? We got a complaint from a customer saying they still haven't the document. Explain this to me right now.
Oh wait, but isn't that Kawamura-san's account?
I already spoke to him and he says that you were in charge of them now. They're saying that if you don't get the document by the end of the day today, then we're gonna move their contracts to Mama Bank instead. You'd better take responsibility and fix this stat.
But this doesn't make sense. Kawamura-san hasn't told me anything about this. I have no idea about this, sir. But no matter what I told him, my boss wouldn't believe me. I did my best to mitigate the situation, but I was too late. Our client discontinued their business with us, and the blame was entirely on me. Kawamura is older than me, meaning he's been working here slightly longer than me, and he was good at being the teacher's pet, so I think that's why the boss believed him over me. But to be honest, the boss is infamous for his harassment issues, and he's so stubborn, so he was never gonna believe me anyway. It was a losing game already. As I was packing up my things at my desk, Kawamura deliberately came to my desk to speak to me.
Too bad, mate, too bad. I wouldn't want a demotion for anyone here, man.
It's your freaking fault, you twat!
Hey now, don't look at me like that, yeah?
Remember, I did tell you about that account and I did ask you to take over, right? Isn't it your problem if you were the one who forgot about it? How can you say that?
Yo, you look like you want to throw a couple of punches at me. But if you do, you know what's going to happen to you, right? Another demotion will just be an understatement and you'll get fired. You know that, right? If you don't mind getting fired, then go ahead. Hit me hard, man.
Shit, man.
Come on, man. In fact, working in the lonely countryside suits you better than here in the city, don't you think? Just make the most of it, eh?
At the time, I just had to bite my lip and start my work at a new branch in the countryside. But once I settled in, it was actually pretty decent living here, and I'm honestly quite glad that I moved to this branch. It was a blessing in disguise. I was getting sick of the hustle and bustle of the city and all the annoying people I had to deal with. Besides, I was born and raised in the countryside, so this kind of environment is probably what suits me best.
Oh, why, hello, dear.
Mrs. Suzuki, hi there. How can I help you today?
Well, dear, I just want to wire some money to my grandson's account. It's his birthday today, you see.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure he'll love it.
My little Takahashi actually looks a little like you, you know? So it's quite nice to hear that from you.
Oh, really? Your grandson must be lucky to be good-looking like me then, huh?
You're a funny one, dear.
Oh, I meant it. Now I'm hurt.
Oh, hush, dear. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let me give you this. I grew these sweet corns myself in my field. They're the sweetest sweet corn you'll ever have.
Oh, wow, awesome. Thank you. I was living in the company dorms, and that was pretty boring. So on the weekends, I often went to help out some of the elderly neighbors with their crops. Sometimes, if they asked me to, I'd even accompany them to the hospital to make sure they're okay. Everyone was kind to me here, and so it just made me want to do something nice for them in return. At first, they all saw me as the new guy who came from the city. But after several years of keeping up with it, they all started to trust me more. They really started treating me like their grandson. That was great in itself, but more and more of them started to create accounts with the bank I was working at. My boss was super stoked about that, let me tell you.
Honda, ever since you came here, there's been a huge increase in new accounts, especially over the last few years. It's been great for us.
Well, that's not really on me.
But you're really nice to all the elderly people here, right? We've got a better reputation because of you now. And those who are considering to open their savings account at the post office, well, I guess they changed their minds and came to us instead. We've really got to thank you for that.
Oh, really? Then I'm glad that I can contribute to this branch.
Yeah, I've been told that some of the elderly only come here to see you as well. Either way, keep up the good work, yeah?
Yeah, will do, boss. And just like that, my new role at the countryside was going way better than I'd expected. But I guess good things don't last.
Over here, Kawamura! I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you here.
No freaking way! I couldn't believe my eyes. That nasty guy who got me demoted was transferred here too. Based on what my coworkers say, he put the blame for his mistakes on another coworker again. But this time, luckily, their new boss was super pedantic and strict. So he got to the bottom of it and found out it was Karamura behind it all. And that's how he got demoted here. I mean, I'm glad that he finally got demoted, but I'd have never expected him to work at the same branch as me. Just when I thought I'd finally settled down working here, that's so shit that I have to work with him again. Karamura spotted me and started to approach me.
Oh, hey, it's you! Good to see you here, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I just moved here, and since I'm new to the area, do you want to show me around the neighborhood sometime?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I want to know where a good supermarket around here.
Okay, well, maybe I'll take you the one after work today. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds cool, man. I'll treat you to dinner tonight then. That'll be my way of saying thanks to you, yeah?
This seems too good to be true. I can tell he's up to something. He used to be more obnoxious and super condescending. As I gave him a quick tour of the area and told him where the good eating spots were and even about how to throw away the trash here, he kept saying, "Thanks, man," with a smile that made me feel a bit uneasy. He would have never thanked me like this before. Could it be that he changed his attitude now that he got demoted and finally realized the malicious ways he was treating us? I was wary of him for a while, but it seemed like he was actually being nice to everyone around him, including the other coworkers and customers.
Yamada-san, is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, let's see. When was the maturity for my term deposits again?
Sure thing. Hold on a second.
Oh, go ahead and add this little sweet while you wait. It's pretty good. That's rather kind of you.
Maybe he really has changed his ways. He was never kind to the elderly like that before. I felt a sense of relief knowing that he had changed and I didn't have to keep my guard up with him anymore. But it only took about 2 months until he went back to his old ways again. I guess it's true when they say that old habits die hard. One day, Karamura had to visit a customer's house to get them to renew their contract with our bank. He was waiting outside their door for hours on end. But the owner of the house never showed up.
God damn it! That bitch made me wait all that time in the middle of this friggin' heat! She better watch out, that old cow!
I happened to be in the break room with him, standing next to the vending machine, but when I heard him kicking the stools around in a frenzy, it made me jump from shock.
Oh, Honda, it's you! Didn't know you there, man.
Hope you're alright. Is this about Mrs. Tanaka? She's known around here to be quite, forgetful, but she doesn't mean any harm.
What the heck? You knew about that and didn't warn me about her?
Well, it's not like she's always... it's not like she always forgets things. I think it was just a coincidence this time.
You made me go there knowing that she wasn't going to show up, didn't ya? You set me up, didn't ya?
No, why would I do that?
Well, I know you hold a grudge against me for getting demoted. Am I right, you loser?
Well, what are you talking about? That's not true. You were the one who blamed me for your own mistakes and got me demoted. So which one of us makes the loser here, huh? Oh, shoot.
Oh, there we go. That's right. Why don't you finish that sentence, dude? Look here now. It looks like I need to take care of you again, just like old times, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly that. I mean, I've settled down pretty well here now. There's nothing you need to teach me. Now I can start to get comfy and do things my own way again. You get what I'm trying to say here, right?
So go figure. That's how I knew he was putting on this act the whole time. And ever since then, Kawamura started to treat me like his gopher and got me to do all the dirty work for him. This is your work, so take care of it yourself, please. I don't have time for this. I have my own work to do.
You trying to talk back to me, huh? You think you can mess around with me? You realize the next time you make me mad, I ain't just gonna get you demoted again. I can easily get your ass fired. You hear me?
That was the last straw and I flipped.
You're the one messing around here.
Have you ever heard of ostracism?
What's that? Do you even consider that to be a threat?
This quiet town isn't just a normal town, you know. It's a village. And we have a lot of rules here. A lot of them that you don't know about. And mind you, everyone loves me here and they're all on my side. So if you even dare think about doing something to me, then you're in deep shit, man. As soon as I was done, he paused and stared at me for a split second, then broke out in a huge laugh.
Oh, jeez, oh, man. I was like, what does this guy have to say for himself? And then you come up with this, Oh, you crack me up, man. Oh, this is too funny. What do you think a prick like you could do to me, huh?
You'll find out eventually. If you don't want to get demoted again, then I'll suggest you stay low-key. I left the room as I heard him continue to laugh. Of course, from then on, whenever he tried to load off his work onto me, I just gave it back to him. I wasn't gonna take his shit anymore.
Order, you little prick!
I heard him scream all the time, but I just ignored that. What do I care? And from the next day onwards, I made sure to have everyone hear me out when I caught him out. Karamura-san, I told you to throw your work onto me and leave the office. I told you before, this is your work, not mine. So please don't do that to me, it's not fair. Hey, shut up! I can hear you, man! That didn't just happen at the office, but outside too. Tomorrow, it's your turn to clean the trash disposal area, okay? Don't make me clean it like you always do when it's meant to be your turn, please. Karamura-san, why didn't you show up to the town assembly meeting the other day? You made me do everything alone! That's not fair! I made everyone hear about what I had to say about Karamura's responsibility. And every time I did, he would say, "Oh, I'm busy with other work, man! You're the one that's got time on your hands, so it makes sense that you do it instead of me, man!" Everything had gone to plan, and in only 2 weeks, everything started to take positive effect.
You really shouldn't bully Takahashi like that, you know.
You're a tosser for harassing your buddy like that, son!
Is it true that you've skivved off your cleaning duties? You're a responsible adult. Why don't you act like one? That's embarrassing.
Word got round that Karamura was mistreating me, and some of the elderly people came to express their thoughts on that. Some of them came to the bank just to tell him off. And even at the local supermarket, he noticed people there talking and whispering about him behind his back. Sometimes he even got worse treatment. What the hell, man? Who do you think you are? They're crazy old idiots! Why the hell do you think they can treat me like this? What are you getting so worked up about? That old cow used to sell me her vegetables, refused to even talk to me today? This is your fault, isn't it? You're the one pulling the strings here, isn't it? No, it's not me. I didn't do anything. And that old geezer? He closed his store and I was about to go inside to get some stuff. What the heck is going on, man? Well, I did warn you about the ostracism before, didn't I? You're just getting a taste of it now. What the heck, man? I can't even buy toilet roll around here. What the heck am I supposed to do, man? Seems like everyone in the village got together to protect me from this big bully. I doubt he'd get demoted for this, but I wonder how this is gonna end. As I started to speculate, things started to head in its own direction anyway. We're getting more applications to cancel their account with us. That's what our boss said as he started looking into the reasons why this was happening. After some digging, they found out it was Karamura's doing, and he was now notorious for being the troublemaker at our branch. Karamura started to notice that even people at work were ousting him and talking about him behind his back, avoiding contact with him. He was even uninvited to the bowling event that the office held one day. It seemed like he felt left ousted there. It seems like this affected him so much that he started talking to himself quietly under his breath at work. It even looked like he had mental issues. I should have never had anything to do with you. My life is a mess because of you. You're just bad luck. You need to stay out of my life. What are you talking about? This is your own doing. You shot yourself in your own foot. And then finally, he quit his job at the end of the year. Apparently, he moved back to the city life, but is still having a hard time looking for a new job. One of my coworkers actually told me that they saw him looking all scrawny and depressed in front of a job agency. It's too late for any of this now, but if Karamura had really turned over a new leaf, things would have gone a lot better for him and between us. But oh well. I realize that it's hard to find a nice single woman here, so perhaps that's the only downside to this town, but oh well. That still won't stop me from working here. I like it either way, and I'm gonna keep doing what I do best.